Yeah,
which are the
I do
customers.
have
and
an
then,
email list.
and then
Henry
we can
McClure
also-
Live. We got some conversations going on in this studio. We got here. You want to scoot over a little and be in the show?
Well, I don't have to be.
All right, you didn't want to be in the show,
Yeah.
but so I got Blane in here, the email team, and James Bolden. Hey, go ahead now, ask your questions. Let's talk to him. Let's grill him.
Okay. You were telling me about that. Is it Blane or Dwayne?
Blane.
Blane. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
No, that's okay.
I'm getting up there in age, Blane. I'm just a couple of years younger than this man. So you were describing how you do your email marketing.
Yeah. So we get the emails. It's either from your email list.
Yes.
We normally start there, but there are also a lot of really simple ways to get people to sign up for them, which is like sometimes it's just a discount, which people would make money off of even with that, because like it doesn't matter what kind of discount you give, but if you have an email, that's so much more valuable. You know what I mean?
Yes. And so you can take that email and you can do what with it?
You can put it in a software, which
Okay.
you said it has you write one email, but it sends it out to every email.
Well, that's
you put in
wonderful. I
there.
probably want to do business with you then.
All right.
Yeah. You didn't have a card on you today, do you?
I don't have to.
Well, I get
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'll copy you guys on an email.
Okay. Very good. Very good.
So he's a guy that I want to have interview Dana Kay
Oh.
and fill in the gaps
Okay.
between Dana's book, The Cards You're Dealt,
Okay.
and turn it into more of a Macerich story.
Very good.
You know, so he touches on Macerich in his book,
Yeah.
but not like from a historical standpoint, like, hey, this is how it all went together. You know, and I'm more fascinated by the Macerich side of it because that's what made him all that money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
So
he's
you're
talking
doing some history. Is what
Yeah, I like
It's good
drilling
stuff.
down in the history.
And I want to bring some of my father's memorabilia sometime. We can go over that. Just us go over it so you can see what kind of man.
So we had a Juneteenth show on earlier, and his dad actually was head of the Republican Party for the
Black Republic.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, they have a Bowden Award.
Well, I hope someday you win it.
Well, no, I wasn't part of that politics. See,
You can be.
well, I'm moving into that area now a little bit, what I was telling you about earlier, in regard to the housing trust
Hey,
fund.
So
Now, you
what
said I need
district?
to
What
dress
house? Yes, you're going to do it.
You said go down there and tell them that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to do.
Tell them what's
Well,
what.
Keep on me about that.
I will. Now, what district do you live in?
Banks.
Oh, okay. Now, are you in that part of Banks? Or I'll have to look. I know where you live.
Yeah.
Oh, so Banks is your guy.
Yeah, that's why I emailed him. And he never responded. See, the guy before him, we had a good rapport with.
Tony Emerson.
Yeah, because Tony had a plane out there with my dad out there.
Yeah. Tony had a plane?
Well, he knew my dad out there. I assume he was either taking lessons.
Hey, you're out there. Hey, no wonder you. Oh, well, yeah, because he had a job in Colorado with Bob Zabel. You had to know Bob Zabel.
Well, he was my dad's competitor.
Yeah, millionaire.
Yeah, my dad's.
And what was your dad's shop?
Well, my dad was a millionaire.
No. Zabel's shop was called Millionaire.
Right. But he was also a millionaire.
A-R-I-E.
But he also was a millionaire.
Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah. Well, he was. My dad was a millionaire. He was quiet though.
Well,
He didn't tell nobody all that.
well,
I had to look at his paperwork one day to find that out.
let's look in his coffee. Let's go looking for the coffee cans. He had all the money.
You know how to. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like being a state champion.
Yeah.
If you're the best, you don't need to tell everybody you're the best. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'll let you all get on with your show. I don't want to
All right.
compete. My wife, she's off today, so I'm going to spend no time with her. And
I'm helping you up.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's all we need is a hand up, not a handout.
Amen, brother. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Holy Spirit lives inside you.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Nice meeting you. And I'll get in touch with you. I need your services.
All right.
Hopefully
Nice
you're
to meet
not
you.
too expensive and I can afford you. All right. Take care now.
All right. So we got to get, I think I need to adjust the camera a little bit. Here, you got this is your
Oh, I
that's
see
your
that.
microphone. So we got one person watching on TikTok. Yeah, make yourself at home. All right, so let's see if I can adjust this camera a little better. Maybe it'd be better off over here. How's that? Is that a little better?
I think that's better.
So yeah, that works pretty good. So there's your water. I got you a water.
Thank
Did you want
I
a
didn't even
water?
see that. Absolutely.
What do you want to talk about?
I have no idea. I was thinking about that.
You know, I'm going to tell you something. Watching your videos makes me want to clean up my act, changing my language around and presenting myself more professionally. And especially for a guy, what is what's that one thing? What's that one app you sent me?
Discord
What is that?
it's really just to talk to people.
So what's Discord all about?
Having a group of people together, normally that are like-minded.
And what's your Discord all about? What do you call it? Is it
Build your brand.
okay? So you want to build your brand as a foul-mouthed guy walking around without a shirt?
Probably not.
Okay. And I'm always getting told to change my language by people. Because sometimes the word fuck is like, it's the only way to describe something. And it doesn't make it right. So you can use a variant of inflection. What do we got going on here? Invitation to go live together. I don't think we want to do that, do we?
I don't think so.
Okay, so say hello to everybody on TikTok.
What's going on? I'm Blane.
So I digress. So watching your videos have made me see my shortcomings, and it's wanted me to kick it up a notch. I mean, could you use one thing I like about the British people is they have different words. I think they're more articulate with their vocabularies when it comes to describing things like, oh, would you fancy a water? And oh man, did you shag her last night? You know, there's so many different words the British use. Oh man, gonna have to call him back. Actually, I'm gonna have to take that call. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Can I call you back in just a minute? We're in the middle of a podcast. All right, buddy. I should probably talk to him. But okay, we're back live again. And I wonder if that phone call went out over TikTok.
I don't think so.
I wish I could get TikTok on like that kind of camera.
I think there is a way.
Well, come on, man. You're the younger generation.
This is how I'm not tech savvy because I don't understand how to do simple stuff like that. But I think there is a way. It's hooking up to your computer first.
Now, I can't tell if somebody just left or somebody came in. Somebody here?
I think you just left.
I
He was
gotta-
in the bathroom.
I got to get like one of those mirrors up there so you can see like around the corner. So it's like alcoholics go to AA meetings to help people, and then in turn that helps themselves. And don't become an alcoholic. I don't recommend it. It's a waste of time. So so me watching your videos, like, and I think if you're into brand management, I think it's time. You're helping me by step up my game for my own brand, for the Henry McClure brand. People do like the fact that I'm completely transparent and honest, but I can do it in a better fashion. I can reach a broader audience, not cussing the way I do. So, sometimes, look in the mall business, and my mentor used that language quite often, and quite often it was directed at me. So, a friend of mine, Tim Gibbons from Topeka, he's been watching my YouTube videos, and he says he loves them. So, I'm not saying don't be you, but you also we both of us need to grow up a little bit. If we're gonna, I'm gonna have to appeal to a broader voter. You know, uh, would it make me more desirable as a single man? Um, get down to raw Neanderthal facts, right? So, what do you want to talk about? You've been thinking of how far are you in the book?
I'm halfway. I'm
Okay.
getting there.
Say, have you found any of my quotes yet?
Maybe one. Are there multiple?
Oh, I'm not going to tell you how many there are.
Then I don't know.
What was the one? See, I always make the show about me. At least you're wearing a shirt.
I'm wearing a shirt. That's what I'm doing. I think I've posted every video with a shirt on.
Huh?
I think I've posted every video lately with a shirt on. I might repost the one.
No, how many times? Like, how do you make all these clips and put them all together?
What do you mean? Oh, it's just, here, I'll show you. It's what you can do on TikTok, but it's, this is the software I use, but it gives you this, and then you can just pause it and then restart it, and then it makes a clip.
Okay, so,
see?
But you're posting together. You're not picking right up where you left off. So what do? You shoot one thing and say what you want and pause it, and then start back over. Your TikToks have got a lot of. It looks like a lot of. They jump around. A lot of edits.
Yeah. You don't like that?
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to learn how to do it. I'm not saying I don't like it.
That's how you do it.
Just that way.
Mm-hmm.
You just pause and then start over.
That's seriously. Well, it's not starting over. It's continuing.
Okay, so it continues. So you say one sentence and pause it, and then start back over again.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No, fair enough. I didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty.
I'm gonna get a water real quick. No, yeah. It's not unprofessional one bit. It's actually it's choppy though. Mm-hmm. Your shows are choppy.
The reason it's like that though is people, especially of the younger generation, they like quick jump cuts because it's fast hits of dopamine.
Yeah, so that's why I do a lot of 15-second shows. And what's really nice, hey, what if that was Spudsy calling or watching? Hey, if it's you, Spuds, call 785-235-3353. Call in. Oh, you can see the hotline right here. see on the back of that? See the hotline?
I don't see the hotline.
Right here.
Oh, I see it.
Call in on the hotline, and you can be a guest on the show, whoever's watching. So, I was in a meeting the other day, and the guy goes, I watch all your YouTubes, follow your blog, see you on Facebook, Henry McClure Live, and I'm at a listing appointment to talk about getting a listing. And he goes, we like what you do, and that's why you're in our room. That's why you're here. And so if I'm getting real estate deals because of this, maybe I need to talk a little better.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think that maybe the reason that I care less about about watching my language and about being super
Speak up.
professional. Maybe the reason I care less about watching my language and being super professional
Why?
is because I see my social media as less of a funnel and more of just me being me and me getting attention because I'm the person I am.
Okay, but are you trying to teach people brand management?
I don't think so. My
Well,
Discord's
'cause you're
not
not.
like that. Yeah.
You are. You
What?
are. You're teaching us what not to do.
Okay.
So really, what was the idea behind Discord and how many? So I'm on it, never use it. And some guy called me a phony fake the other day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? What did I do wrong?
Who called you a phony fake?
I don't know. You said that.
Oh, he was saying something. I don't remember, but I think I know what you're talking about. The idea behind Discord was to have a small group that is actually motivated to be a good person, a
So
successful person.
And you're cussing and going, okay. So let me ask you, can you go live on Discord?
Yes,
Do you ever go live on Discord?
I have, not consistently.
Okay, see, I think there comes a point of diminishing returns. You know, I can go live here on YouTube. I can get live on Facebook. We're live here on TikTok. But I really need to add more computers. See that little computer? So
Yes.
I got to get more of the little ones because, like, I can only go live on one venue. It would be nice to be able to shoot a live to a stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it goes out to everybody. Also, I found a place on YouTube. You can check this out. Look, you can post to. There's a way here. See these playlists?
Yeah.
You can put things on a playlist, and then there's a way to turn it out into the RHH feed, the news feed.
Oh, news feed.
Yeah, there's a way to make your videos get out there more, and I'm trying to learn about it.
Yeah, I feel.
All right. Well, you got to think of something to talk about because I've been on the air since 9:30 this morning.
What have you been talking about?
Well, my favorite subject. No, I've been talking about public comment. I've been talking about the government. Here, you're a copywriter. What do you think of my competition's copyright or as copy?
I think it's dumb.
Read it out loud, and then tell me why.
Together we have achieved many goals. I think that's okay. We helped create new jobs and millions in new investment for. Is that a spelling error? Investments for small and large businesses. Oversaw a major restoration and preservation projects.
No, you're telling me he's got a spelling error on there?
Well, I don't. Maybe
Here, let me
helped
see.
create new jobs and millions in new investment. Shouldn't there be an S?
Helped create new jobs and millions in new investment
I think there
for
should be an
small
S.
business. Well, you're the copywriter, but when I went down and asked for help, he didn't help me. So am I being a crybaby or was I discriminated on?
Discriminated? Shouldn't he have helped?
Read more.
Oversaw major restoration and preservation projects. Stormont Vale, Shawnee County.
How do you
Courthouse.
take credit for the Stormont Event Center? So then if you're going to take credit for it, then are you going to, is it penciling? Does it make a profit? You know, so if you're going to take credit for it, you know, yeah, it looks better, but I think the renovation's bullshit because they didn't make it to where if the Stormont Event Center was being run appropriately, the hotel would be successful. Follow?
Yeah.
And if the hotel were successful, the city wouldn't have to buy it.
But it is not successful, and the city has to buy it.
So, did the renovation dollars, was there a net effect of profit? So, I need to look into that.
But the
I
city
need
has
to
buy
have
the
my
hotel.
research department look into that. I have a research department.
Rhonda?
Yeah.
Just making sure I remembered her name. So the city has to buy the hotel, is what you're saying.
The city bought the hotel.
Oh. Yeah,
And they're not running it well.
doesn't make sense.
The city should have never bought the hotel, and I'm mad because the city should have sold it to an associate of mine for $7.6 million and got out of it. And what you'll find out, some days the first offer is the best as you go through life and you're selling something. You know, it's huh?
You put an offer for that? Is that what you're saying?
I got invited on to the investment team. Who is it?
Brian Falk.
He saw one of my videos. I know why he's calling.
Why? You said it very ominously.
Well, because I was speaking about him, but didn't use his name.
Oh.
Sorry, Brian. We'll call you later. Oops.
I think this is more like a resume. Whether whatever he says on here is true or not, I think it's more like a resume, and it's less of you get this, you know?
Well, if that's all I get, it didn't get us anywhere. Yeah, so there was a $7.6 million offer to buy the hotel. And I looked at the guy's he had a line of credit for $10 million. So the city wouldn't be paying any of the maintenance and the fees today, and we'd be running the hotel, and the taxpayers are going to take it in the wallet. The taxpayers are going to get so burned by owning this hotel, and they should have sold it yesterday. So then later on, I get to talking to this guy, and I look at his financial statements. And he's got all this money, and he wants to invest it in Topeka, so let's start doing some deals. And I'm working with him right now. And he has no interest today in buying in that hotel. And he's really angry about the way the city treated him.
Who is this guy?
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Not on the air.
All right.
Yeah, it's a need-to-know basis. Yeah, you all on a need-to-know basis. And so are they. They're on a need-to-know basis. You got anybody? You got one person watching you. Who's down there? You want to invite? Is that a pretty girl?
No.
Invite her on. Get to know her.
Honeybee 79.
Honeybee.
What's up, Honeybee?
Hey, Honeybee, baby. Honeybee. Isn't that a cool logo? Shawnee County First.
I like it.
I do
Very-
too.
What does your other banner mean? The 444?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about on Facebook?
that's the day I died. The moment that's the day of my angel.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I had a death moment.
Huh.
And it happened at 4:44 in the morning.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I know it is. It's really incredible. And the longer I look back at what happened, a seraphim angel ripped my soul out of my body, and I had to go through. I traveled from the Big Bang through time, and I was then sitting over my 3-year-old self, who was drunk. And then I had to go through then I lost my angel, but I still had to see all my transgressions of life. And the pain of death, when I had that death moment, was not as bad as the pain of your transgressions. So every time I created a transgression, I felt worse in this experience that I'm having. And finally, to the point where I prayed just to take me. Just look, if I'm dead now, because I'm out of my body, just take me. I'm done. I can't take it anymore. And the minute I got to that point, it was like I was picked up. I believe I was in the hands of an archangel. And now I'm floating up. I went way up high into the sky. And I'm like in this cloud. And I'm tasting like the freshest air I've ever tasted. I'm breathing the freshest air. And I'm at total peace. And I'm thanking God that whatever, even what the way I lived my life wasn't perfect, I thought I was going to heaven. But I'm telling you, during this experience, I felt spirits of people that had died before me, like yelling at me, like, get your shit together. You know what I mean? You got to reform. You're too smart to be this stupid. All these feelings of people that had died before me, like trying to tell me to live a better and different life. And finally, when I came at total peace, I knew Bianca was going to be fine. All the paperwork was in order. Finally, I just could breathe. And I slowly but surely drifted back down into my body. And I've been this Henry ever since.
Do you feel like you changed a lot since then?
Like a new human. But in a way, so this is the day you're born, and this is today, right? So I'm the same Henry, but now I'm just manifesting all the good. I'm trying to bring forward all the good. So yeah, I've completely changed. But the best part of this whole deal was I don't have the desire to drink or use drugs. And then I got the self-discipline to say, I don't want to die today. You know what I mean? At least I'm smart enough to know you don't get a second chance at that. And if you went through it once, I know that when I die, I've got more transgressions. I am not, I don't think there's a halo over my head. I'm human. So yeah, I'm a more mature Henry. That's what I am. It's like I tell Bianca, I go, isn't it fun? You get to go through life and watch your dad mature right along with you. That's what I feel. I mean, I think old souls are kids at heart. Did you get any sleep last night? You're like yawning?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. So next time I'm going to ask you to come do the show after you've rested well.
I think I did rest well. I slept for like.
Hey,
10 hours.
the show's boring when your guest is over here yawning and wants to go to sleep.
I like your story.
It's a cool story.
Yeah, I'm not bored.
And not everybody gets to hear that story. Not everybody's worthy of that story. But I'm telling you, that story needs to be out there because it would be, I will tell you how you lived your life. It would be motivation at the time of death to not have as much pain.
Yeah.
I think that from being a state champion gymnast, you learn to cope with a certain amount of pain. No pain, no gain. That's true. And you almost become a masochist to pain. And that masochism is what helps you deal with the wreckage as a drug addict. You know what I mean? If you could just stop using drugs or drinking, and drinking and drugs to me are the same thing. Let's say because I believe alcohol is the gateway drug. You get drunk and then you smoke some weed. Smoke some weed and you do some coke, while you're drunk. They all work together. But what I'm telling you is that everybody has an opportunity to save themselves now. Just don't go down the road. I'm telling you, don't drink and use drugs. And your life will be easier. And be nice to people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And you'll have less transgressions. Don't steal. The 10 Commandments ain't a bad start.
Do you think that having transgressions, do you think you're still going to be okay?
Well, yeah, because look, I don't really look at cutting somebody off in traffic or flipping somebody off or cussing. I don't believe those are the really big transgressions. But breaking a woman's heart's a transgression, I'll tell you that. Lying's a transgression. Stealing. I remember I shoplifted something as a kid. I got whooped, but I had to feel it again.
What do you mean you had to feel it again?
During my experience and my out-of-body experience. But, there's some things, we're all human. So, yeah, I'm going to have transgressions again. But I tell you, I reached a whole new level of high the other day when I was up at that the campaign, meet the candidates thing. I was sitting next to him and the other guy that Blackie's running against. And all of a sudden, I wanted to be a good sport. I did. I was a state champion gymnast. But I was known for the other teams for being a sportsman. Obviously, I'm the best because I won. But you don't go around pointing out. If somebody asked me, hey, what would you do to your routine? I'd tell them, hey, this is, hey, when you're doing this move. If they asked me, it really wasn't my place. I'm not their coach. But I'm more than happy to help them be better.
I think it's a lot more cool to win without running your mouth.
Yeah.
'Cause it just shows your character.
Well, right. And so he said at this candidate thing, well, let's put the planning commissions back together. Okay, so let's do it. You just can't sit there and have a campaign promise. If that's all you are, bullshit, let's don't vote for you. But I said, hey, look, these are nice guys. And if you like the way things are, vote for them. But if you want change, you're going to get change with me because I know change better than anybody from 444, from May 2nd, 2015. I know how to change more than anybody.
I think that's an amazing statement in general. Just if you like the way things are, you're going to
have to articulate if you're going to be on the shows. No sleeping in the chair, no falling asleep.
No sleeping during your show.
Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, the microphones are probably picking you up. This is really a cool little thing, believe it or not.
Is it just connected?
It's a mixing board, yeah. If we had headphones, we could hear the special effects. But I've got there's a way you can actually call in. There's 2 ports. for like cell phones.
Oh.
And I got the instructions around here, but I got things to do. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to need to sign off because I'm going to get in the real estate business and make some money. You got anything you want to say?
I don't have anything I want to say.
All right. Hey, thank you for being on the show. And just remember, my criticism is to be constructive. And it's out of love.
I understand. I really appreciate it.
All
I
right.
like people who are honest with me
Yeah.
about my flaws.
And you can point out mine because I got a lot of them. Because if you're going to dish it out, you got to be ready to take it. All right. What else?